Hey everyone, have I here been a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be doing the breakdown for the LR Dokkan Festival exclusive Ultimate Gohan and Orange Piccolo along with the banner units. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Well, let's go ahead and dive right in. So never before have I ever seen this level of hype, and then after the live stream and the previews, the amount of disappointment, especially focusing on LR Ultimate Gohan. I'm not calling him LR Beast Gohan because in a sense he's not. So let's dive into the details and discuss why so many people are having this type of reaction to these upcoming 2 units in the New Year celebration. So we are going to get 4 new units here. We're going to get the Super Physical Ultimate Gohan and the Super Tech Power Awakening Piccolo that does have a giant transformation in Orange Piccolo. Fortunately, I actually guessed these 2 type advantages, so there's that. And then we are also getting 2 banner units where I think most people had it right as well. We're getting a banner unit Pan, and then we're getting a Trunks and Goten, but it's actually not, Gotenks, right? So like Fat Gotenks was a lot of people were thinking that was going to be the unit, but anyway, it's going to be Teen Goten and Teen Trunks. And that's going to be a super strength type there. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and dive into the Dokkan Festival exclusive LRs first. And so let's dive into LR Gohan. LR Ultimate Gohan, again, that's what I'm going to call him for now. No special nickname, no like Elhan or whatever some people are calling them on there. You know, it's a tough pill to swallow because so many people were excited to, in a sense, use Beast Gohan, but he is just an Ultimate Gohan with an active skill into Beast Gohan's special beam cannon at the end of the movie. Let's dive into the details here. Leader skills, superheroes. We don't know what the category is meaning at this point in time. Is it Dragon Ball Super, like the anime of the series heroes? Is it the superhero movie? We are not sure quite yet on that category, so that will be in the future. Once we get the data download and release on that, I'll definitely dive into the details there. So it's superheroes or hybrid Saiyans category, key plus 3 HP and attack defense 170%, and then a 30% boost for the 200% boost for Bond of Parent and Child and movie heroes. So interesting opportunities there for some decent teams. But we will have to see what this actually looks like, okay? Here's where... well, actually, the passive skill is not the problem. We'll talk about the active skill in a second. So let's look at the passive skill here. The passive skill, Beyond Ultimate Power, it does have an entrance animation. And here's the positive, at least some positive I'm going to talk in this video here. The animations look great, right? The artwork and animations look fantastic. And they did a good job there. So it does have an entrance animation. I guess that correctly as well. It's basically when he powers up from Super Saiyan to Ultimate on there and activates the entrance animation once only. Attack and defense 100% and guards all attacks for 3 turns. This is basically at the start of a turn when there's another Bond of Parent and Child category ally that is attacking in the same turn, and that should be no problem. Bond of Parent and Child it's a vast. That's like Pure Saiyans, right? It's just a huge category, so that shouldn't be a problem there. Now the rest of it, you can kind of just say it's underwhelming, right? It's going to probably do a lot of offense, but it misses a lot when it comes to an Ultimate Gohan, right? When you look at Ultimate Gohans in the history of Dokkan here, it has abilities of defensive abilities, not generally just pure offensive abilities here. So it does have attack and defense 150%, which is very strong for an LR. Plus an additional key plus 1 and key sphere obtained. So it has that, Super Saiyan 2 type of Gohan mechanic there, getting additional key. Plus an additional attack and defense 30% with each super attack performed up to 150%. So that's good there. Boosting it up to an additional 150% on top of the other 150%. Launches additional attack and has a great chance of becoming a super attack. They should have just made this a guaranteed super attack at 20 key or more, and maybe just move it to 24 key, and then effective against all types and when activating active skill, or when ki is 24, and a high chance of nullifying ki blast attacks directed at the character. So that right there is really strong, right? Nullifying the ki blast. A lot of top end game bosses have the ki blast super attack there. So the high chance is always a little iffy and tough there. But you only, if I'm reading this correctly, it's only available at 24 ki, or if it's always there. So if it's always there, that's going to be nice for this unit. But if it's at 24 ki, then of course you're gonna really make sure you have to get 24 ki as like a minimum thing, which is going to be fairly easier with the additional ki +1 per ki sphere obtained. So that's pretty much about it, right? Nothing overly special, or nothing that like you're like, oh wow, that's amazing. I'm actually surprised that they don't have like a crit mechanic with this. But remember, this is Ultimate Gohan, not Beast Gohan, right? So that's probably what this actually ends up being. So if you look at the link skills here, all in the family, in fire, fierce battle, a same warrior race, shocking speed, no prepare for battle, Kamehameha, and legendary power. Probably could have done with prepare for battle versus shocking speed, I guess. So anyway, let's look at the super attacks. Here's, again, a mechanic where you have the Transformation Ultimate Gohan being one of the best units in the game due to the fact that it was able to stack. There's no stacking ability on either the 12 ki or the 18 ki, and greatly raises attack for and defense for 1 turn. So greatly raises attack and then raises defense for 1 turn, and causes colossal damage to enemy and medium chance of stunning enemy. That's the 12 ki. And then greatly raises attack for attack and defense for the 18 ki with a mega colossal damage, and lowers attack and defense. Well, lowers attack and defense it's useful in Super Battle Road, but we're talking about like red zone content, stuff like that. Not so much, right? Not so much. Here's where everyone's like, oh no, are they actually going to do it? I think the whole community are like, oh, what if they just make this an active skill, right? And I think a lot of us are like, no way they're going to do that, but they ended up doing it. Right, so active skill, special beam cannon, can be activated when all allies attacking the turn are superheroes category from the start of the 3rd turn. That's, again, we will see what the superheroes category looks like to see how easy it is to get this off in the 3rd turn, or facing 1 enemy starting from the 6th turn of the start of the battle. So I'm feeling like superheroes category might be very limited if they're going to add something like this when facing 1 enemy from the 6th turn, right? The active skill greatly raises attack temporarily and causes ultimate damage to enemy, and disables enemy's action within that turn, which is very strong, right? Which is very strong active skill. So, but hey, you can only do this once only, and yeah. Again, animation fantastic, but the disappointment is definitely palpable in the community. Now, categories: you have superheroes, hybrid saiyans, bond of parent child, movie heroes, Goku's family, siblings bond, master bond of disciple, exploding rage, full power, transformation boost, Kamehameha, connected hope, miraculous awakening. Here's the funny thing: it's on transformation boost, and to be on transformation boost, you need to have a transformation. There's not a transformation in this. Like, the active skill is the transformation in the Gohan Beast, and you do the super attack, but it's not a transformation. It's salt in the wound that thing is staring us in the face that he's in the category transformation boost without technically a transformation. So that is LR Ultimate Gohan. Again, that is what I'm calling him from here on out. It is LR Ultimate Gohan with the active skill into Beast Gohan. Could we possibly get something later on? We hope, but if you look at the transformation Super Saiyan Gogeta into Gogeta Blue, we never got a standalone Gogeta Blue either. So, Dokkan, I hope you hear the community and hope you do something about it in the future to bring on a Beast Gohan as a standalone unit. But yeah, big L here. Now, at least the Piccolo is actually very good. So let's go ahead and dive into the Piccolo here. The Power Awakening Piccolo. Again, I'm just glad to see that it is not just a Piccolo. So this unit here is superheroes again as a leader skill, but with Battle of Wits, which is it's kind of small So that, again, now, so you have evidence going, well, superheroes might be a small category, but now you have like, why would they have Battle of Wits as the leader skill with superheroes? Then superheroes has to be a bigger category, right? So confusion. I just can't wait to see what that category looks like. That's 170% is the superheroes of Battle of Wits, and then you have the 30% boost for 200% for Bond of Master and Disciple. Makes a lot of sense, and then movie heroes as well. The passive skill, this is just so much better because, again, we're in the world of defensive mechanics, and I think they did a much better job in the Piccolo than the Gohan here. It activates the entrance animation once only, and then you get the same thing. It's attack and defense 100%, guard against all attacks for 3 turns. So same thing as the Ultimate Gohan. But this, instead of the bond of parent and child, you need to have a bond of master and disciple ally in the same turn to go ahead and trigger that. So then you have attack and defense 150%, same thing as well. And then plus an additional key plus 1 key sphere obtained. Again, same. But then they add something to Piccolo that makes him so much better just right off the bat. And then they say, okay, we'll just reduce damage by 20%. Boom, boom, just like that. And I go, what? Why do they leave that off Gohan and kept it with Piccolo? I don't know. So then you get the additional plus 30%, in this case, with each attack received versus super attacks or attacks done, up to 150%. So again, similar to Ultimate Gohan, is just a different mechanic of receiving attacks versus doing attacks here. And then All Allies Key plus 2. This is also something very nice and beneficial. All allies Key plus 2 within the same turn after receiving an attack. So you receive an attack and all your other units, especially if you're going to run this in first position, which seems like you can, boom, there you go. So just, you get plus 2 to key. That's really nice. Here's a really unique thing. It's not a revival mechanic, but it is a if HP is 30% or less at the start of the character's attacking turn, after receiving an attack or seven more times in the battle. So you have to get hit 7 times in the battle here, and your HP is 30% below, you get full HP recovery, and you get a 30% damage reduction from then on out. So so you want to kind of get this activated, right? If you get this activated like early enough, all of a sudden this Piccolo just becomes a guy with 50% damage mitigation with all this build up here. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you saw the stats. Piccolo, let's kind of go back quickly to the stats here. Piccolo is like 12,000 not rainbowed in defense. It's like he's going to be like at 16,000, 17,000 defense, which is crazy. A crazy defensive stat. Like amazing defensive stack. So or stat there. So anyway, I think they did a much better job in the Piccolo here. Now let's go look at the rest of the unit here. Greatly raises defense and attack for 1 turn. Kind of just the opposite of the Gohan here, and causes cost damage to enemy and medium chance of stunning enemy. Just very lazy. Very lazy. They could have made it a lot different on the super attacks on both of them. And then the 18 keys greatly raises attack for 1 turn and causes mega cost damage to enemy and lowers attack and defense. Same thing. Now, the difference here is you do have an active skill transformation. A real transformation, it's a giant form, right? So, can be activated when all allies are attacking the same turn in superheroes categories, 3rd turn. Same thing as the Gohan there. And you turn into the giant form. And remember the giant form, you're invulnerable, stuff like that. It's just a normal giant form. You're going to do some damage. You have some key benefits doing super attacks. I didn't even show it on here because I don't need to break that down when you change into giant form here. So, changes into giant form, and it kind of saves. Here's the interesting thing about that is it doesn't really help really all that much, because if you build up Piccolo's, to his max defensively, after getting hit 7 times, after being under 30%, after you trigger your HP boost all the way up, and then your damage mitigation, you're like giant form already. You're going to be pretty invulnerable there, and it's pretty interesting that I think they made Piccolo so much better than Gohan. Gohan does a lot more damage for sure. Like his attack stats and his damage production is gonna be huge, but his defense is still okay. but he's not like Orange Piccolo here. So I think the Orange Piccolo is better than the Gohan. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But let's go ahead and finish this video out by talking about the banner units and in the int pan here. It's a support unit. Leader skill, bond of parent and child, 130%. The passive skill here, key +2, attack and defense 150%. Superheroes category allies, key +1 and 30%. And then an additional key +1 and attack and defense 20% for characters who belong to parent, bond of parent and child, or bond of master's disciple. I don't know if that stacks there. If it does, that's going to be crazy. So you have superheroes category and bond of parent child and master bond of disciple. So again, interesting to see what that looks like. Medium chance of evading enemy's attack, and then additional chance of evading enemy's attack plus 30% while facing one enemy. Start of the turn. Really good there. Launches an additional attack with a high chance of becoming a super attack when facing two more enemies. And then attack and defense 100%, a high chance of performing critical hit 4 turn. It's a very good support unit. So they did pan more impressively than they did Beast Gohan, Ultimate Gohan, sorry about that. And then you have the Trunks here. It's one of these units that if you have more superhero units, this unit gets better. That's really all it is. So Bond of Friendship, leader skill category at 130% leader skill, and then you have, it's an orb changer though, randomly changes AGL key spheres to key spheres of another type. Attack and defense 100%, additional attack and defense 10% when performing super attack per superheroes category on the team, like I mentioned before there, plus an additional attack and defense 100% with 3 or more key spheres obtained, and then defense 50%, high chance of performing critical hit with 5 more key spheres obtained, and then attack defense 50% with a great chance of launching additional super attack with 7 more key spheres obtained. So I guess it could be definitely useful for the superheroes category type of team. So we'll see how this actually operates, but I guess if you get 7 key spheres or more, you're going to be in really, really good shape with this unit. So so those are the 2 banner units that we were able to summon on there, and there you have it. There you have it. That is my breakdown. When is all this dropping? The summon period is from 12/27 until 1:21 Pacific Standard Time. Check your local time zone on when this is. The time, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's like 1 o'clock Eastern Time and like 11 o'clock our time, so or Pacific Standard Time. So I guess we'll see exactly what it is. But anyway, it's going to be on the 27th. So again, look at 27, 28, depending on where you guys live. So again, check your time zones on there. But there you go. There's the breakdown here. Let me know how disappointed you are. Do you agree that Orange Piccolo is better than Gohan? I think it really is going to depend on how good the superhero category is to say, okay, these units are, top tier. So because it's that major part of their leader skill. But yeah, there you have it. There's the breakdown there for you. If you guys enjoyed this, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time. Later.